welcome everybody to a new episode of Ridiculous Craigslist Find. So, in honor of getting my Cadillac driving, as you can see on the screen, we're going to be looking at some crazy Cadillacs that I found on Craigslist. It's actually a little bit harder than you would think to find some ridiculous Cadillacs for sale, since usually they're completely junked out or gorgeous restored cars. So I did the best that I could, and this is what I found. So the first one that we're looking at here is a 1953 Cadillac Series 62. And as you can tell, there's the typical hot rodder treatment to it, painting it all in flat black. I don't like flat black much, especially when it comes to a Cadillac. I think a Cadillac shouldn't be a rat rod. I think it should be, as nice as it can, just because, they were the top of the line cars back in the day, and they still are really nice. So take a look at this one. The thing about this one that is interesting to me is that the ad screams all original. This is an all original car. This is a factory correct car, exactly as it came, blah 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 blah. But guess what? It's got the chrome's been painted black, which is absolutely awful. The pinstriping's cool. I think if you get a little too much, it starts looking like a mustache. I think they achieved that in this one. Now, I'll give it to you, this car has air conditioning, and it looks fairly complete and rust-free, maybe. So it definitely is a solid looking car, but here is the kicker for you, the thing that just puts it over the top. Take a look at that interior. Yeah, factory correct? Sure. Cheetah? Give me a break. There's no possible way that was ever factory, and it's absolutely awful. Why people do that to cars, I don't care, 2 doors, 4 doors, convertibles, what. Don't put cheetah in any car, ever. Definitely was not good. Now, for the $20,000 that they want for this car, well, good luck. You better paint it and make it perfect. So, well, the next car that we're looking at is it's another Cadillac. This is a 1961 Coupe de Ville. And in the ad it says custom with a K. And you can tell if it's custom with a K, then you probably don't want it. Now, when it comes to older cars, I'm okay if you want to make a rat rod out of it. Just please, a Cadillac is not the one to do it with. Flat black, it's overrated. I'm sorry guys, but you remember back in the 70s, all the fads that they had, like vans and shag carpet and stuff like that. Well, guess what? This flat black thing, in 10, 15 years from now, it's going to do the same thing. People are going to be like, what were they thinking? So please don't paint your Cadillac in flat black. Here's another example of going a little too far when it comes to making a car, at least to me, making the car cool. And they spent a little too much money on the outside with the the crazy paint and the crazy scallops, and not enough money on the inside, because the inside looks totally original, and then we have Mexican blankets on it. This is not my style of Cadillac, but this is the best kind of Cadillac that I could find in the period of time that I had. Like I said, it's really difficult to find a Cadillac that people have messed up enough to be on this video. That leads me to my last Cadillac, which is a 1956 Cadillac Fleetwood 60 Special. So this is actually was given to me by Lou on the Mid-Century Cadillac forum. This car is actually in New Jersey. Okay, the interesting part about this is it's actually the saddest part about these old Cadillacs. Just because it's an old Cadillac does not mean it's worth a mint. Okay, take a look at this one. So obviously it's been sitting outside for years and years and years. Broken windows, missing pieces, totally rusted out. I mean, I looked through all the pictures on this Craigslist ad that I could find. I think there's only like 3 parts that are really good on this car. There's probably the wheels you can use, maybe a couple interior pieces, but no sheet metal, no glass, no trim, no anything. I mean, there's barely any parts left on this car that make it really worth anything. That it's just been eaten and left to the elements. Those pine needles do not do any kind of favors to keeping a car rust free. The saddest part is that in the ad, the guy states that he's not interested in hearing what a POS it is and why you only offer $500. Sorry, this car, no offense, being what it is and how rough it is, it's about worth $500. So good luck getting that. I'm sure it's probably still for sale. I don't think the rear bumper's worth $1,000, especially because, you know, it's been sitting in New Jersey in pine needles for 40 years. I guarantee you there's rust through it, and guess what? If they're rusty, they're not worth a darn thing. So, sorry to break it to you guys, just because you have an old Cadillac does not mean you're sitting on a mint. Here is a perfect example of that. So, well, thank you guys for watching my video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any crazy Craigslist finds that you've seen in your area, feel free to send me a link in the comments below. Also, let me know. What did you guys think of the ridiculous Craigslist Cadillacs?